One request, kindly stay on the mute mode. Yeah, we just started. Just started. Is all good? The sound. Can you see my screen here? Yes, perfect. Okay. I have placed people on the mute mode, but kindly stay on the mute mode. And kindly turn off your webcams as well. Okay, just will keep the connection stable for everybody. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Okay, perfect. So let's start. Here we are on to the very first week, right? So where we are is this. Let me go to the LMS. So we are on to this search engine marketing master course that we will be. Sorry, Akshay. No audio at all. It's good now. Good. All good. Great. So yeah, so I'll just let you know the technical bits I think first. So when we if any time we face any technical issues, like we will be here meeting next 4 weeks, right? So we'll be here every Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be meeting for the next 4 weeks. Anytime you face any sort of technical issues, the very first step you should take is check things at your end. Of course, you can write here. We will check if there is a problem at my end, or if there is a problem, if it's not a problem at our end, if it's a problem, because others will also reply and say if it's fine or not. So if it is a problem at your end, what you need to do is you need to log out of GoToMeeting, log back in. Usually that works, right? So usually that works. If it does not work, then there is a support number here, so you can call this up. Okay, this will be applicable to all the sessions. The same process you need to follow. And in case it is from my end, then I made some mistake. So usually it doesn't happen, but if there is, we will definitely figure it out. All right, so let's begin. Now I'll just take you through the agenda for this session. Not just this session, but the next 4 sessions. So what we are going to discuss is called search engine marketing. And we are meeting every Tuesday and Thursday. What we will do on Tuesday, usually we will continue that on Thursday. All right, so Tuesday and Thursday will be one unit, together as one unit. And then we will start the next sort of topic next Tuesday, right? So that's how we will go about it. And Today and Thursday will mostly be about the concepts, right? So we will be on to the introduction. We will get started towards the end of Thursday. We will also have some assignments, right? So we will have some assignments after every session. So I think that's about it for now about this course, right? Let's ask from you, as in let's have an introduction. Let's understand from you what are your expectations, or any sort of experience you've had with Google AdWords, or with search engine marketing, or let's say online marketing in general. Anything that you want to share, any experience, any expectations, or just a line of intro, if you can just drop in. Hi, Natik. Natik is new to digital marketing. All right. No, not every day, but every week. So that is end of Thursday, Shivalik. Okay, Akshay has done a few basic modules for digital marketing in college. And here, is this the first session for you? Ruban is also new to digital marketing. All right. Completely new to search engine marketing. All right. So we'll take it from there only. Don't worry, guys. Shivalik is also new to search engine marketing. Sure. So that is where we will begin with. Today and Thursday, like I said, it'll be a lot about introduction. And then it's the second week that we will move on to search, third week to something called display, and fourth week to what we know as mobile within this, and reporting. Okay, I'll just go back. Lovepreet is a managing director, postgrad in marketing management, but new to digital marketing. Shailesh, best keyword research technique, along with other tools like SEM Rush is my expectation. Sure, Shailesh, sorry. Yeah, SEM Rush is what we will be covering, and keyword research we will be covering in detail next week, right? So when we discuss search in detail. Sure, I cannot read your name, but I think you are also new to digital marketing. Priya is new to search engine marketing. All right. I'll just give you my introduction as well. Right. So, about me, I have, I started with digital marketing in 2006. And the very topic, the very module that we are discussing here, I started with that itself, right? So, before 2000, before that 2 years, prior to that, I worked in different fields. Started with journalism and things, but then I moved on to digital marketing in 2006, and 2007 January is when I first appeared for this exam of the very module that we are going to talk about. And I've seen this product evolve over the year. Okay, just placed everybody on mute again. Okay, fine. So I have I've seen this product evolve over the years. Lots of changes have happened, and it's very pretty dynamic. What else? So where I started was agencies. I worked in mostly the agencies where I got to work on a lot of brands in this space, and then I also moved on to media planning. So I moved on to some other things within digital, right? So all 360 sort of digital marketing, and and currently I'm working with an e-commerce company managing their digital marketing, and I've been a lead trainer for digital vidya for this module itself over last 2 years, actually more than just little more than last 2 years. Yeah, so that's pretty much about me, guys. If you have any questions so far, anything, please let me know, or else we can start. I hope by now everybody would have joined in as well. Right, so we are 20 of us right now. Okay, so let me take you through this page first. Now, if I go to Google and I go and type this, let's say this, and then I see this page, right? So what do you understand of this page? Okay, what do you think of this page? What do we see here? Yes, Ruban Lovepreet, definitely. First three are ads, products, paid advertisements. The top one are ads. Starting part is paid. Results appear according to our search. Sherry ads and SEO results, ads, paid ads. Correct. So yes, so everybody here has noticed the ads part of it, right? So there are ads here at the top. Even these ones are ads, right? Not these ones will not appear all the time. If they are not here, then there could be four links here, four text ad links. Right now there are two text ads here, and then there are these shopping ads. And then if I go scroll down further, see, how do I know this is an ad? This says ad, right? This says ad. Then when I scroll down, this does not say ad, doesn't say ad, till I go further down here. And then again, these last three links say ad. What that means is that this page is a mix of what we call as organic search results, right? Organic search results are these ones that are in between, which means that these are what, like when you go to Google, Google is a search engine. It is supposed to provide you with search results for what you are looking for, right? So these are the organic search results that are naturally coming up through their algorithm, right? Through the search engine algorithm. And while so these are not paid for, right? These are not paid for. So a Snapdeal or a Wooden Street is not paying to Google for appearing here, right? While here, this ad, you can go and create an account here. uh, Here, let's go, right? So this product is called Google AdWords, right? You can go and create an account. Do not rush to create an account right now. We will see the process of creating an account also. So this is the place where you go and create an account, and once you go and create an account here, then you can run ads like these, right? So you can have an ad like this or this. So all these ads, right? So everybody has an account on Google AdWords, and that's how they have posted ads here. Right now, everything that is there on this ad will be totally controlled by you. What is written on it, what is the communication here, what are the links that you have given here, what are the prices you've given, everything, right? So it's completely going to be written by you. So these are ads where you can go and appear, while these are organic search results. And when you hear of the term SEO, which also you would have heard of, that is your search engine optimization, right? So SEO actually goes and improves your organic search results. This part that I spoke about, right? This part is improved by your SEO. SEO means that you go and improve certain things on your website, you go and optimize certain things on your website, through which you try and appear higher on the organic search results, right? So this is the distinction that we need to understand. This is paid, right? Here we will have different ways to sort of come up. So when if somebody will ask, how will I come up here rather than being here, right? So this one we will discuss today. So we'll discuss this one will have a different method, while this one, when you want to appear at a higher place on the organic search results, that's when SEO is used, right? Now beyond this point, SEO is not, or even the organic bit is not what we will be concerned about at all. So what we are discussing here is the paid part of it, right? So you may have a separate session on SEO bit. So here what we're discussing is the paid part of it, right? So is this clear? Is this distinction clear to everybody? Yeah. Okay, let's go back then. And beyond this also, right? Beyond this, it's not just search. Actually, there are many different places where you can post ads. So which we will see as we go along, right? So let's get into a little bit of theory before we can actually get into the details of this, right? So a little bit about the consumer journey, and then we can start with all the kind of possibilities we have here on Google AdWords. What are the places you can run ads on? How do you sort of rank at the top? What are the different terms here? When you once we create the account, how do we start working on that account? What are the different type of campaigns that you can create, right? So all of that we will see. And this is not the agenda for just today. Like I said, Tuesday and Thursday will be one unit. So this is what we will be discussing today and on Thursday, right? Right. This is just some bit of background. Why where Google has uh, gone and taken some theories and worked on it and said, why you need to be present on these ads, right? So we all know that, or if you've studied marketing, you would know that in marketing we study consumer journey, right? And we study that how a consumer first gets exposed to your product or your brand, and then how they evolve to buying it, and then post buying, all what is the journey all about? How do they go and judge it later? How they react to it? Is that for anybody else? Or just Sherry? No, it's all good. Sherry, please check at your end. Just please follow the same process.
Ma'am, it's for me also. I'm not getting it very clearly and the connection is being lost every time.
Okay, just two of us or anybody else? I didn't understand who was talking, but please check at your end because it's all good probably. Just log back in, it should be fine. Yeah, it's all good at my end. Oops. Okay. Sherry, are you back? Yeah, great. So yeah, so we were talking about the consumer journey. I didn't get who was talking, later on, but I hope she's also
Ma'am,
back.
this was Shama.
Yeah, hi
Yes,
Shama.
I've got. I'm in fact running it on two. Yeah, hi ma'am. So I'm running it on two, so I think it should be better now.
Cool, cool. Perfect. So now,
Thank you.
back to the consumer journey bit of it. Now, so that was the traditional way, right? That was the traditional way. It's not new. We have always identified how consumers move across this journey from understand knowing your brand to buying to beyond that. Right now, like there is one concept which PNG came up with where they said that let us find critical points in this journey. What are the critical points? And then they said that there are three moments of truth. There is a first moment of truth, a second moment of truth, and a third moment of truth. Look at the right hand side, not zero, one. If PNG ones is actually first, second, and third, right? So they said that the first moment of truth is still the same, that same stimulus, where the consumer gets exposed to your brand. They may see you in ads, or they may just it might be word of mouth where they may hear about you from friends and family. So that's the stimulus, right? Or they might feel the need for such a product, and they may go and research themselves, and then they may get exposed. So that is your first moment of truth, right? One critical point, right? Second critical point that they identified in this journey was the purchase, right? The purchase point where they actually go and purchase the product. And the third one is when they experience it and judge it, right? So when they experience the product, if it has met their expectations or not, right? So such things, these are all three critical points that they identified. Google went and built on this idea, right? So Google and added a zero moment of truth to it, and said it's just some theory that Google has sort of devised, and says that there is a zero moment of truth now, because with the advent of online, people are not just it's not just stimulus and purchase and experience, but there is a research process that is happening online, right? So there is the consumer goes and researches online and probably shortlists things online itself. The more valuable the product, the more the research, right? So you'll go and instead of going to 10 showrooms, people will probably go online and shortlist down to 3 4 showrooms and visit them, right? So that's the kind of product comparison, product research, purchase decision that is happening online, right? This process, right, this process of research that is happening online, Google called it the zero moment of truth, right? And then they said that one, it is that you are being searched for across, right? So people are going to Google, people are going to search, and other places also, not necessarily Google. um, One second, guys. I'm assuming that it is just at her end right now. If anybody else has an issue, let me know. All right. So now, it's one is that. Second, it's also that when there is somebody else, right? When your family and friends are in the experience part of it right now with that product, they have already experienced it. Then what they will also do is they will go and write about it, right? They will go and write reviews on it on different kind of forums, different places, video. They can write video, they can make videos, they can post on their own social media profiles. They can go and go on different review websites. So there is so much that they can do, and that will also become part of your zero moment of truth because you will be exposed to what they post, right? So there are twofold things. One, you will by yourself, by your own research, you will get there. Plus, the other person, the other person's experience also gets into your zero moment of truth. So now the idea is that as advertiser, Google says that this is the reason you ought to be present here, right? This is the reason you ought to be present because when it's not your own platform. Google is not like our platform, or a Facebook, or any other websites, but any YouTube, or review websites and all. We may not own it, but people will come looking for us, right? People will come looking for us, and that means we ought to be present there, right? We ought to be present there when they look for us, right? So that is the whole concept of this. And there is one more extension sort of, which is done by somebody called Brian Solis, right? Where they've added something called ultimate moment of truth, right? Ultimate moment of truth is nothing but that sharing part, right? Once they have experienced ultimate moment of truth, somebody has gone and extended it and said that there is a ultimate moment of truth also, where they are going online and sharing what they have experienced, what they have felt, what they have understood about the product, right? So that is another theory. So, all in all, the concept is that you ought to be present here because consumers will come looking for you, and if you are not there, then you are going to miss out on it, right? And there's something about the micro moments, right? Micro moments where consumers go through now, especially with the advent of mobile. Consumers go through I want to know moments, I want to go moments, I want to do moments, I want to buy moments, right? And they are looking for lots of solutions. I'll just share a video. What you can do is you can go and watch this at your end. Let me know when you're done. Okay, one second. This is about the micro moments. Shailesh, I'll come back to your question. Yes, yes. I expect, please watch this video. All of you, please watch this video at your end. Let me know when you're done with it. Okay, so then we will proceed from there. Cool. Let's just wait for a little time for everybody else. Right? So how you need to be present there. You need to become a part of these, micro moments rather than, just giving out a one-way kind of a communication, which is only serving, your purpose. Right? So yeah. Now SEO and PPC. Right? So very often you will hear the term pay per click. Right? Pay per click. Why? Because this one here, when we saw this ad here, right now I'm seeing this ad, because I went and searched, I saw this ad. Now this brand is not supposed to pay for it to Google yet, right? They will not pay for it. Only when I go and click on this will they pay, right? Only when I go and click on this is not, I'm not talking about organic. Now we are completely onto the paid bit, right? Only when I go and click on this, there will be a certain amount. Oh, sorry, I will come back to your questions also. One moment. So there will be a certain amount that, um, you will have to pay to Google when somebody clicks on your ad, and that amount is paid per click basis, right? That is why you will also hear the term PPC. Whichever, if I go and click on this link, then this fernspace.com, right? If I click on this, then fernspace.com will go and will have to pay a certain pay per click amount to Google, or will be liable to pay. They will pay it whenever their billing happens, but they will be liable to pay a per click amount, right? If I click on their ad, then they have to pay a per click amount to Google. Right now, when it is appearing here, just because it is appearing on search result, they do not have to pay any money. That is why it is known as pay per click. Okay, there is a question from, sorry, I'll have to scroll up a little bit. Shailesh says many times people want certain things to solve their problem, but they don't search for it because they don't have any hopes that this can be available in the market. In this case, what can we do? Right. So now we are thinking, that there is no, they are not present on search, right? That consumer may not be present on search. How do we get them, right? So just to give you a brief idea right now, although we will be going there, just to give you a brief idea right now is that, uh, it's not all, search is not all that AdWords does. You can actually place your ads across the web on different websites as well, right? So I'm just showing you a snapshot of it, but we'll come back to these ads that you see here, right? You can even create such ads, right? So you can even show your ads to the users outside of search, but this part we will go into detail only in the third week, right? Right now we will be onto the concepts today, and then we will be on search bit next. Okay. Shailesh, is that good? Right, so there, you will see a lot of things, like you can really find your audiences there. So audiences, what are they inclined towards, you can really find them that way. Yeah, so maybe, health buffs. So the example that you've given, meal replacement drink in India. So, health and fitness buffs, you can even find audiences like that, and you can go and target them. Okay, we will see that. Cool. This is inversely proportional to the ad quality as seen by Google. What is inversely proportional to the ad quality? No, no. Price is something else. Quality also we will talk about. It's not inverse. Yeah, in a way it is. I mean, but um, let's discuss this in more detail, right? So let's discuss this today and Thursday. Just hold on to this question, Akshay. So and then we will see. Okay, if you still have a query on this, will we deep diving into CPC later? Yes, yes, we'll be doing that. I didn't get the concept of showing video. Lovepreet, it's just a background into how, consumers are, how you ought to be present even in these micro moments, right, where consumers are, because of because of the mobile device, especially people are going online for even all these, micro moments, right? And you need to be present. So there are brands who have platforms who have created platforms, who have created content to cater to all this, right? So it's not just about giving out, showing just your ad, but also you ought to be present. You ought to figure out what are these moments for my consumers, and how, where, and all I need to be present on it, right? Yeah. The price we pay them per click, yes. We will see that. Also guide us about the user journey for people coming from ads. I mean the different type of, yes, we'll go there, Shailesh. So what happens when we click on the ad? How do the landing pages also we'll discuss, yes. Have you just joined, Sakshi? Okay, no, not really, because we've just started out. There is a bit of theory where we have discussed. I'll just tell you that this is what we are talking about. We are talking about Google AdWords, right? How you can create your account here, and how you can create ads like these, right? You see these ads, how you can create ads like these. So we've just started, right? Rest you can check in the recording. I've given you the gist so you know where we are. Cool? Yeah, perfect. So then, right, so SEO is where you go and improve your website so that you get better rankings on your organic search results, while our PPC, or SEM or PPC, is where we will go and do some paid advertising, right, which is the part we will be concerned with. SEO, where you improve your website, it takes a longer time, right? It takes a longer time, that if you start working on it, it will take time to really improve your results. Plus it works on different algorithms, what Google favors on their search engine and all. I mean the organic search results. But PPC works on the paid part of it. Will work on certain other things, like the your bid amount and your quality score, things that we will go on to see. So it's completely different. If you have any questions, then let me know. I just presumed the session to be at 8:30. No, no, Nirman, it's fine. It's completely fine. See, we've just started. It is the very first session, so it's more of the background that we're discussing right now. Okay, so we've not yet got into the structure. Yeah. So these we have already discussed. Like what are your organic search results doing? This is organic search results. These are your AdWords ads. Top and the bottom you see of the Google page, you will see our ads, and ads are mashed to. And then also, when what happens is, here, let's go back. uh, let's go back here, where you'll see that. Yeah. So how did these ads appear? These ads appeared because I went and typed this, right? I went and typed this. All these advertisers here, these advertisers are bidding on a keyword which is matching what I'm typing, right? So when you create an AdWords account here, there will be keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are these words or phrases that you will decide. You will decide completely, right? You will decide that I want to be present on these words. I want to be present on these phrases. It will be known as keyword only, whether it is one word or whether there are three words or four words in that phrase. So it's a keyword. So then you decide that I want to be present on these, and then you bid on them. Bid on them means you say that I will pay so much money per click, right? I will pay so X amount of money per click. Like somebody might say I will pay 10 rupees per click. Somebody might say I will pay 12 rupees per click on this particular keyword, right? So then what, that will come to the auction amount, the bids amount. But right now the idea is to understand that why these results show up is because these advertisers are bidding on this keyword, and they're saying that we want to be present on this, right? That is why their ads show up. And while on the organic bit, what happens, this part, right, this part which is not paid for, this part, what happens is, what people go and type, right? So whatever I typed, it has been matched to what is the content on this page, right? So Google went and matched the content of that page And plus there are other things, they go and check the popularity of the pages. So that's another algorithm that works right there. So but it will there are no keywords here, right? So there are no keywords here, nobody is bidding, there is no price to be paid. So here Google will go and check the content. In our case, Google is not going to check which page you are taking people to decide whether your ad should appear or not, right? So to decide whether your ad is to be appear whether your ad should appear here, they are just checking which are the advertisers, who are bidding on this keyword, right? So that's the reason these ads appear. So we go and bid on certain keywords here. Ads are matched to a person's search based on how closely the search matches with the keywords and the settings that you have in your account, right? While in the case of organic bit, it will be matched to the information on that particular page, where if somebody clicks, then they go on that page, what is the information there, right? Now just some stats, right? Some stats on how the which are the categories that are growing the fastest, what are the kind of estimates that we have, right? This, by the way, this presentation will be with you, so you need not worry about the presentation. These presentations are all uploaded in the LMS, so you can, post the session or post Thursday's session. You can always go through and revise everything. So don't worry about the data, right? So Google AdWords is an online advertising service which was developed by Google way back in 2000, right? And it still is the main source of revenue for Google, while they go and try out a lot of things, lot of experiment. They have Alphabet and they are trying out so many things. The revenue, the source of revenue generation is primarily Google AdWords still. So right, so this we have already understood. I'll come back to any questions that are there. This we have already understood, that your ads will appear beside relevant content, right? People will click on your ads. Relevant content means that you are saying that these keywords are relevant. Whenever people type something like this, let my ad show, so your ads can show there. People will click on your ads. What will you get out of that? You will get people onto your website, right? So when people click on your ads, they will come to your website, and that's how on your website you can generate revenue, right? So maybe you are selling on the website, maybe you have a brand, you're creating brand awareness. So whatever be the purpose, you can get people onto your website, so you're growing your business. Now the great part about this platform is that it is completely in your control, right? It is completely in your control. So you create an account, you decide how much money you want to spend, you decide what your which where you want your ads to show, like what kind of keywords I want my ad to show, what will my ads say. You will go and write it, right? You will go and write what your ads will say. You can check every bit of how many clicks you received and all that. So we'll see reporting in a lot of detail, so you can get all those kind of reports. And then you can also, if you are not happy with any particular part of it, you can just, suppose you decided that I want to be present on this keyword. Tomorrow you can simply go and pause it. If you don't want to be present on it, you can anytime go and pause it, right? So, or you can pause the entire campaign. That means your advertising, you can completely stop it anytime. Whatever money you have spent, that is the money that you will be liable to pay to Google. So, right, so it's not even that there is a minimum spend that you have to spend so much, right? It's not like that. So whatever money you spend, that is what you will be paying to them. No, we will not be discussing website designing as such, Lovepreet. But do you mean design, or do you mean the creation and part of it, domain registration, creation, all that? Yeah. So yeah. So I'll just give you a link today itself. I'll try and give you a link on that, uh, so that that's a very very important part of, yes. Okay, so yes, I'll take you through. We have a ready link for that, so I'll give you that, so that you can, any problems that you guys have with creating a website, you can watch there. So essentially, it is sort of imperative, let's say, highly helpful that you have, if you have your own website. We will be requiring it for the assignment, especially the assignment in the second week. We will be requiring that you go and promote your website, you run ads for your website. So between today and let's say next Thursday, it'll be ideal. If anybody doesn't have a website, you go and create a website, or at least a blog you go and create. And then you can write about whatever, you can post whatever you have expertise on, and then you will try to go and promote it. Okay, let me come back to all your questions before I proceed from here. So PPC is definitely the paid part of it, right, Lovepreet? SEM, some people call it, some people include the organic bit into it, right? And some people call PPC as SEM. So you will find both these definitions, right? So usually that's what I have observed over the years, that people search engine, because both the things, the organic and paid part is part of it, people sometimes include that. But or you can just call the PPC part of it as SEM. So here we are concerned with the PPC part of it. Yeah. Cool. uh, Shama, micro moments are those, those simple moments that, the, like I said, the want to go moments. They have a problem. Some a consumer has a problem, and the consumer wants to solve it. They go online. Simple, like somebody might just go online and find, there is a problem with their computer. How do they go and solve it? There's a recipe that they're trying to find. There is a college fest, for a teenager. There is a college fest that's coming up. So they want to go and figure out how to prepare best for it, right? So there are brands, like if there is a teenage brand, they might also want to be present on every such micro moment that their consumer might be having, right? So those are your micro moments that that we also kind of as brands now identify, rather than just sending out, that buy my product for this, rather than, but also, sort of mingling that with how and where exactly in their this entire um, journey, where will it help them, right? What if a same Ruban, what if the same person clicks many times, whether it will be charged once or up to the number of clicks? No, I'll take your questions. After sort of every topic, right? I'll take your questions after every topic. So um, next week onwards, when we are creating campaigns, then we may have questions alongside. Today, I'll take questions after sort of we finished a few slides. So if the same person, intentionally, if the same person clicks many times on your ad, Google has a way of finding it out, right? Google can technically find out that there is an intentional click that is happening, and those are called as invalid clicks, right? They are then called as invalid clicks, and they are completely so they're not charged for. Excuse me. Okay. Yes, Akshay, that is what I mean. Priya, yes, almost, yes. It will be very, very helpful if you can at least create a blog. The second assignment, the next week, the assignment that we will have, it will be about taking the campaign live and then taking learnings from it. So you will take a campaign, taking campaign live means running these ads. So you can run these ads only if you have a blog of your own, or at least a blog of your own. I'll share that link, Gaurav. I'll share the link. PPC is synonymous to SEM. Actually, I've just answered this question. Okay, thanks. A blog on WordPress is enough. Um, Actually, it doesn't. No, it's better that you do not take common domains, right? Because then it doesn't work that well. You compete with everybody who's trying to do that. right? Who's trying to make sort of run an ad with that domain. So it'll be better if we have given out in that link. Okay, I'll just share that only. So that link we have, we've given that the best way how you can do it at this stage. So all of you can go in. Anybody who has a question on this, you can go in. Please save this link with you, right? So please save this link with you, and you can go and participate in this bit. So it's a self-paced one. So you go and learn from here all the steps that you will be required, and try and do it this week, right? So that the next assignment, like next week's assignment, this week will be still fine, but next Thursday's assignment is easy for you. Okay. Cool, Priya. Akshay. One question. Yes, Shailesh, please ask. Sakshi, will Facebook post will be okay for the promotion? No, same thing with the Facebook bit also. That it's actually, when you want to promote something on Facebook, you have lots of advertising options on Facebook itself, right? So we are talking about a blog or a website, which you should have anyway. Even if you have like a Facebook page, for your business, you should definitely have one platform which is your own. If I land on a page, click back button, and again we click on the same ad, we are charged twice. If I land on a page, click back button, yes. If you click back button, then it's like you will not go to the same page in a way, right? So you'll go to Google again, and then if you kind of see if this page, right? This page is, if I go and refresh this is a different search result, right? So this time now we have pepper fry, and this. See, now this one is the same right now, but it may change, and it is independent, completely independent of what is happening, completely independent of whatever was the last one. So even if it is the same, this is a different search happening. Cool, Sakshi. Naitik, see, technically it's okay, but what happens is anybody who's trying to do that using that domain you will be competing with them, because they can't have all the ads from the same domain, right? So it doesn't work well. Technically you can do it still though. We'll come to that, Salish, will come to that. Okay, we'll come to the auction part of it, then I'll explain you. Every time it is different. Just to answer your question, it's different every time. Even if you see the same results, it's a different search result, right? And it's a different auction. Okay, and these are your different Google. This is what is Google network all about. That if you want to advertise online, and you go and create an AdWords ad, which all places you can show your ads. So you can show your ads on Google search. You can also show your ads on different websites, right? On different websites, you can show your ads. Now this one, when we are talking about this one, this has image ads also, right? Those banner ads, as it is very often called. So these banner ads, and then there are video ads as well, that you can create through Google AdWords. So video ads that can run on these different websites, plus on YouTube, right? On YouTube. And then app ads. This is something that we will go to only in the fourth week, right? Where if you have a mobile app, how can you promote that? How can you run ads for people to ask them to go and download your app, right? So there is Google search network, right? There's a Google search network, which is your Google search plus Google search, right? The Google search page that we saw, plus search partner website. So everywhere, essentially, on AdWords, everywhere that you can advertise through Google AdWords is being classified into two networks. One is Google search network, and the other is Google display network. Google search network will consist of your Google, plus your search partner websites. I'll show you what are search partner websites. Search partner websites are essentially, see, this is your Google page, right? So this is where one, Google search engine result page, SERP. Okay, search engine result page. Now that is one. The other one are search partners. So there are websites which have also sort of tied up with Google. So they have partnered with Google, and on their search engines as well, these same results can show up, right? The same results will show up there. So as an advertiser, you can go and choose if you want to be present on Google only, or you want to be also present on these websites which are known as search network partners, where also if somebody goes on their search and types out the same thing, similar ads will show up, because all these advertisers have decided to go on the search networks partners as well. So this Google search network that we were talking about here, Google Search Network, right? This part is Google plus search partner websites. And then there is the Google Display Network, right? Google Display Network are more than 2 million partner websites and mobile apps. Now, this one in terms of width, it's really, really huge. So it's like, more than 2 million websites on the web. You can, almost like, whatever industry you are in, if you can identify like, top 20 websites that your consumers will usually go to, or let's say top 50 websites, you can come here and search, and you'll likely find a lot of them on the Google Display Network. And you can go and so all these websites that your consumers typically browse, you can show your ads there as well. uh, Yes, so they are typically known as banner ads, right? They're typically known as banner ads, and they are on the display network, this Google Display Network that we are talking about, right? And mobile apps, and as well as mobile apps. So it's not just websites, but also on many, many mobile apps. See one example, right? So this is a website here. There is an ad that's showing up here, or this is the YouTube part of it, where this ad um, that some we go to YouTube, we play a video, there is an ad that plays on YouTube, and you can skip it after 5 seconds, right? So an ad plays, you can skip it after 5 seconds, and then you can watch that video, right? So even this kind of an ad you can create through Google AdWords. This also, video is also in a sense part of Google Display Network. Okay, these are your, I'll just take you through the Google Display Network ad again. See this website that we are on right now. Okay, so just one example. This website that we are part on, we are there right now. This ad that you see at the top. So you see this I here. It says ads by Google, right? This says ads by Google. This says ads by Google, right? When I go on this I here, see this I. When I hover on this I, it says ads by Google. Or if we scroll down, see this detail ad, right? So this is a video ad, right? Even this is coming through AdWords. So if you go on this, it says ads by Google. So not every not every such banner ad that you see will have this I, and that's how you can distinguish that this particular ad is coming from Google AdWords, right? While there can be other ads that can come in directly to this website. So a detail can directly also go and contact Hindustan Times and say that we want to have our ads on on Hindustan Times. But how many such websites will they contact, right? Or how will they maybe they'll contact 5 of them, but it's not possible to contact like 50 of them, or be present in, we'll see lot of targeting, how actually they have decided to be here. So how it's not possible to contact, let's say right now, to understand, it's not possible for them to contact 50 such websites, right? So what they can do is they can simply go to AdWords and they can create a Google Display Network campaign and go and post ads like these. So create ads and post them, and then they can run across the web on many such websites. So not just news websites, but all probably health related websites, or whichever kind of targeting that they choose, the targeting that we will discuss in details like third week. So they can go and go and create such ads. So see, this one is one example, second example, and third example, right? While this is your Google search network placement. But there is also an option to not see this ad for a visitor. um, Not see this ad, as in if you're saying I'll cross it out and I'll say report this ad, this one. Yeah, I mean, so yes, I mean, you can go and say that, I don't want to see this ad, or this is not relevant, or I want to report this ad, or you can, install ad blockers and all that. But that is, that's another bit, right? That's another bit. As advertisers, we can, you will still get a huge, huge reach, right? Even if there are people who are not interested, there still will be a huge reach, because we are talking about 90% of the internet, actually more than 90% of the internet, when we are talking about Google Display Network. Sailesh, no, I don't think so. What you can do is you can exclude certain. No, you cannot. You can exclude certain locations though. So if you decide that, I want to show my ads in India, but I don't want to show my ad in these places in India, you can go and choose that. Um, the one that says stop seeing this ad, yeah, so this is a different part. This is the part where you can, as a consumer, if you don't like this ad, or you think that there's something to report about this ad, then you can go and say I don't want to see this particular ad, right? So that is a different bit where Google will then go and check. Google will go and check that, and then sort of figure it out on if they need to take any steps on a more broad level, or just for you, if you don't want to see this ad, they will probably stop showing you after some time. So not instantly, but after some time, you may, once they go and check it, you may stop seeing such ads. Yes. Okay. Then, so the ad formats, that the same thing. Let's see what are the ad formats then. Ad formats means, the types of ads. So let's say one is text ad. Text ad means all words, right? So all words. These kind of ads, you can go and run on Google Search Network and Google Display Network both, right? So both the places. So even the search ad can be like this, or even a Google Display Network ad, in place of a banner, that same space, you might see all text rather than any images. Sometimes you might see all text as well. So text ads can be there on both these places. There are these responsive ads, which we will create right in the third week. Responsive ads are ads that will go on Google Display Network. Sometimes they will look like all text. Sometimes they may have an image, some text, your logo, no, maybe your a buy now button, or just an arrow. So these are lots of variations that can be created through responsive ads. Will be there, will reach there third week, right? Just to understand the all the concepts right now. Then image ads, right? These image ads that we just saw. Um, all these kind of image ads, which can be only present on Google Display Network, right? They are present on Google Display Network, where you can have these image ads. And app promotion ads are these ads where you can go and promote your app on search as well as on Google Display Network. You can go and post ads where, so that people can click on it, and go and install your app. And search partner network, right? Because these are these search partner network, that is open to image ads, but Google search will not be open to image ads. Okay, video ads are your, again, the same kind of websites. One video ad we just saw, the Detol ad, right? We just saw that. Plus the same ad can run on YouTube as well. And then there are product shopping ads. Product shopping ads, um, that those ads that you saw on the top of Google search, right? On that page, we saw these ads at the top. here, right? So these are known as product shopping ads. These are for specific retailers only. It's only for uh, you know right now, as of now, the way it is in India, the way it is for online retailers of products, right? So they can go and create these ads and showcase their products here. So people can click on this and they can directly go to that product page. And this also, since it is on search, this also works on per click basis. Yes, yes, Shailesh. Okay, I have some questions here. Okay, just let's just finish this. Showcase shopping ads, just one more variation of shopping ads, which you'll not see as frequently, but if you see this, the way it can show you multiple products, right? So just one variation of that. Call only ads is where if you have a local business, right, and you may not be keen on people going to your website, like local businesses such as businesses that run on calls, businesses that need appointments, right? Maybe some kind of classes, right? Some kind of classes people take, let's say some bakery classes, any kind of classes people take, or a spa, right? Where so people need to call up to book, right? So people don't often often will register on the website, or you will also not check. So there are these businesses run on calls, so they can also go and create call only kind of ads, where on search, when people go and search for something on mobile, right, these ads can appear. People can click on this and they will go get this phone number on the keypad, and they can then call up, right? So this is call only ad. So and I think I'll talk about extensions in a while. How does Google source the ads for the product shopping ads? Okay, for product shopping ads, there is a one more for on one more space, which is known as Google Merchant Center. Another place where if you are an online retailer, you need to create an account here, right? You need to create an account here, and you need to go and upload all your database, right? So all the products you sell, so all the details about all the products you sell, the title of the product, the price, the link, the pictures, right? So you have to go and upload all the details here. And then what is done is you link the Google Merchant Center account with your AdWords account, right? Linking means a one time process. You are saying that both accounts belong to the same person. So you send an invite from here, you go and accept it here, right? So then these accounts are linked. Why is this is a separate place? Because one, not every advertiser requires this kind of a solution. Second, our AdWords is an advertising platform. This is not a place where you can have a database of 50,000 products, right? So which people can go and keep here, and then they once they link these two, then people can go on Google AdWords. Then one can go on Google AdWords and create campaigns, create ads from here, which will what it will do is it will pick up the same data, right? So there's not no ad here as such. It is the same data. It is the product title, the product price, the link, the photo, right? So all this is coming up from the database. Akshay, clear? Product ad is yes. So all search is on click basis, right? All search is on click basis. So it is okay. I will just distinguish two terms also here. One is PPC and one is CPC, right? So PPC is pay per click, right? So where any platform, any kind of platform, whether it be Google search or whether it be any other online platform where you pay on click basis, can be known as PPC, right? So when you pay on click basis. Now CPC is the relevant term here. When we're discussing right now, what we're discussing right now, it is known as cost per click, right? So that 10 rupees that you will pay is called as cost per click. Okay, so PPC is like a that is the way this platform is working. But CPC will be that cost that you will pay. So yes, product ad will also be on CPC. You'll pay a CPC. So it is a PPC based advertising, and you will pay a certain CPC, right, whenever it is clicked. Okay, the retailer has to have an account there and upload the catalog there. Yes, Akshay. How we can add what timer? Timer means, however, we see that sometimes we do not get the product shopping ads. So is this at Google's discretion? Yes. So no, it's not. See, it's like they will see, what is matching. So if they see any such certain products that are matching, then they show it. And it's not like, anytime it's, sometimes you will see there are no ads, even on keywords that have ads otherwise. So it's not 100%, right? You need to allow a little bit of, uh, you know, let's say a little bit of there when you will not see any ads. Yeah. For discount, 5 minutes left by now. Um, what timer? How can we add? Okay, so there are those. Are you talking about shopping ads? Yeah, so there are other things as well. So these are your major things, like you add, you have a photo, you have a title, you have a price name, you have a store name. But there are some more things also that you add, some more details that you can add. So that will also be added there itself. Sellish. Okay, so there are more details also that you add, and those you can add again on your merchant center account. Okay, so it's not just four columns, but there are a lot of other things also that you can add. Okay, so going back, right? So now we know all these different ad formats. Just to place them at one place, we have a Google Search Network, and we have a Google Display Network. What we will do is, on Search Network, we can create search ads, and we can have shopping ads. Let's say text ads, right? We can have text ads and shopping ads. On Display Network, you can have text ads, you can have image ads, you can have video ads, right? This one will always work on CPC basis. This one we will see in a while. Why you should be present is also something that you should distinguish. Is why Google Search Network or why Google Display Network? So this place primarily, right? It's not that the other bit you will not get at all, but primarily when you are present on Google Search, what do you think it will get you? Considering now what you've seen, what is Google Search about? What do you think it will get you? As advertiser, what will you get out of being present on Google Search? Yes, correct, Shivalik. So you will get traffic on your website. You will get people on your website, right? So that is what you will get through being present on Google Search Network. Not that you will not get anything else, but that traffic is a prime benefit of being present on Google Search Network. And what is something that you will get out of Google Display Network for sure? Brand awareness, Amritanshu, perfect. So yes, Shailesh, awareness and branding, yes. So when Google Display Network, since we are talking about image, we are talking about video, it is about a lot of visibility. It is about creating that brand awareness, right? So that is something that Google Display Network will give you. Not that it will not give you traffic, but one very key objective can be this. Okay, and yeah. So for now, we'll keep to this distinction. We'll see more on the payment bit. Now, customer acquisition, customer education. Sure. So yes, customer acquisition you can get through both, right? So again, customer education, it's more of Google Display Network probably, that you can try out some video ads and all also. And nowadays we get Google Map ads. Yes, so Google also tries. There are location extensions and all. We will see that. So Google also tries to see, see how they can use location extensions for that. Okay, so we'll discuss ad extension, Shailesh. We've not reached there yet. Okay, so that is something, actually, that is something that they keep experimenting with. So it's not a norm, but they keep experimenting with that. Lot of things that they've been trying of late. Yeah, especially with the businesses that want to advertise a few locations. Like if you are a business which has certain stores and you want to say that my store is here, 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 so then they see how they can also involve map sometimes. Can you please explain the difference between PPC and CPC? I didn't get CPC versus PPC. Okay, just that PPC is the way a particular platform works, right? I just said that PPC is the way a particular platform works. So you can say that AdWords, the AdWords search works on PPC. So we pay per click, right? On AdWords search. If there is any other place also that you pay per click, you can, it's a pay per click kind of, it's the kind of advertising, let's say. Okay, it's the kind of advertising or the kind of payment system is PPC, right? Kind of advertising. While CPC will be exactly that cost, that exact money. When we will say that I paid 10 rupees per click, right? So that is called as cost per click or CPC. You will pay. Okay, you will pay as an advertiser. So what happens is, if your ad shows up here, I go and click on this. Now Pepperfry will pay to Google a cost per click. How exactly Google GSM generates traffic is because I am a consumer. I'm coming up here with an intent, right? I'm coming up here with an intent. I want to buy furniture, and that is why I'm here. So I am here to, visit certain websites, and that is why this is one, uh, probably one of the best, right? If not the best, one of the best ways of getting people onto your website. Netik, because I'm coming here with an intent which is not present, let's say, on display network or any other place, if you just show an ad to me, compared to me coming out here with an intent. Okay. um
Ma'am, one question.
yes,
Hello.
yes, yes.
Ma'am, if see, supposedly if I fixed my 500 rupees as the maximum limit of the clicks, the amount which I'm paying to Google,
Hmm.
but my customers are coming and exceeding that limit, so I'm losing out on customers on that part. So
Hmm.
how do I fix it? I mean, what's the criteria, or where do I get to understand that so many people have clicked this much?
Yeah. So next week when we discuss search in detail, then you will see how do we decide how much money generally we should bid for, right? How much money will usually a particular keyword cost, and then we will accordingly decide that, okay, if a particular keyword costs, or let's say my usually my keywords will cost around 30 rupees, let's say, and if I want
Okay.
5,000 clicks, then I will just simply say 30 into 5,000. We'll discuss this in detail though. I'll tell you where those suggestions are, how to plan this out, right? So we'll see all of that. It's just an introduction right now where we are on, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
clear.
Okay.
So we'll see that suggestions, how much to pay per click, how much you would be paying per click, and then accordingly we will decide how much money should be then spent. Okay, and also that today, if you have set it up as 500 rupees, you can go and increase it at any point in time. Anytime you can go and change your budgets, right? That is again another thing that you can change anytime. So if you think that it is not enough, you can go and change it anytime. Okay, let's go back. Somebody had asked about email. Sorry, I missed that question. So we also show ads on Gmail through Google Display Network. Yeah. So we also show ads on Gmail through Google Display Network. Again, something that we will go to. Gmail is also part of Google Display Networking platform. Kindly stay on the mute mode, guys, and we will see that. We will see how to create that when we reach the third week. Okay, it's just to say right now, it's at the top of the promotions tab on your Gmail. So you can check right now. Rest we will see in the third week. So if you go to your Gmail, go to the top of, go to promotions tab, see at the top there are those ads. Okay, then okay, so now the next question is that next question. Okay, let me share a feedback link for today's session because we have just 10 minutes to go. What we will do is we'll keep continuing. Unless there are any, I don't think we need a like a 10 minutes for questions right now because we are discussing a lot of questions already. So let's keep continuing and then we will, wherever we are, we will continue with from there on Thursday. Okay, so I'm just sharing a feedback link for today's session, but I'll share it again. This is a link that we have at the end of every session, so we know how your learning is going and if there are any improvisations, anything that you would want to mention, and how is it overall going for you. Okay, so please do fill this also. Thank you, and I'll continue. So now the next question is that thanks, Lovepreet. So the next question is that if I see these ads here, right? I see these ads here. How do I show my ad here, right? How do I show my ad here or here? Rather than being present here or on the next page. So how do I get to be on the at the top in a way? So now that we need to understand that there is an auction process that is happening here. Oops, sorry. Just give good that that is why we share it a little bit earlier. One second, just give me one moment. Yeah, this one should work. It's my fault, it was an earlier one. Okay, so I've just shared the feedback link again. This one should work. Sakshi, don't worry, we'll be discussing search next week, so just note it down, right? Just note it down. When you see CPC in the account, then you will know what it is. Okay, so we will discuss it. So because right now, even if at the end of the session I'll give you the answer, I'll give you the same answer, right? So let's see it practically, then we will definitely know it. Okay? Yeah. Cool. So now the question is that how do I get to be because like I want to be present on this keyword, but not wouldn't all my competitors also be want to be present on that keyword? Then how do I reach the top of the search results, right? So Google will, on whenever a search happens, right? Every time a search happens, it is one auction that is happening at the back end. Auction process, one auction process happens in every search at the back end, and then whatever you see as results are actually the result of that auction, right? Auction for the paid advertising part, right? There is an auction that happens, and then within a fraction of a second, of course, the results are calculated, and based on that you see a certain advertiser on the first position, another one on the second position, and so on, right? So first Google will see who are the advertisers who want to be present on these keywords. Now they have to go and rank them, right? Now they have to go and rank them. So what are the things that Google will look at in this auction? So you may say that I will say that I will, so let's say advertiser A is coming and saying that I will pay 10 rupees for every click that happens on this keyword, right? I will pay 10 rupees for every click that happens on this keyword. That is their bid amount. So they are bidding on that keyword and they are saying that I will pay 10 rupees per click. And that is their cost per click. Okay, that is cost per click or CPC. So they're saying that I will pay so much money per click. Advertiser B will come and say that I will pay 12 rupees per click, right? So that is their actually maximum CPC, right? So maximum cost per click, right? So that is the maximum cost per click of the advertiser. So every advertiser will have one maximum cost per click or bid amount, right? Where you will say that I will pay 10 rupees, or I will pay 12 rupees, or I'll pay 14 rupees, or whatever. So that is maximum cost per click. And then Google will also go and check something called quality score for each advertiser in every auction on that particular keyword, right? So what is the quality score for that keyword right now? So so what quality score is that, quality score, Google assigns you a quality score basis, few things. And I'll come back to quality score. So then Google will see in that particular auction that, this formula will be applied to each advertiser. So Google will see that, okay, for advertiser A, what is the bid amount, how much they are willing to pay, and second, what is the kind of quality of advertising they have. And then they will come up with an ad rank, which is any number. So they will come up with an ad rank for every advertiser. So advertiser A will have a certain ad rank, advertiser B again will have a max CPC, a quality score. Based on that, advertiser B will have a certain ad rank, and all the advertisers accordingly in that auction will have their own ad ranks, right? Now simple is that the simple result here now going forward is that the advertiser which gets the highest ad rank will get the number one position. Okay, so that means that your ad position where you appear on that page will depend on these two things: first, how much you are willing to pay, and second, your quality of advertising, that quality score that Google will give you, right? So is this clear, this much clear? So we will get into the quality score part. Yes. Okay. So now, one, we know that how much we are willing to pay matters. So it's not like any other auction. So now you see that is not like any other auction that we know of. In any other auction, if we are willing to pay the highest amount, that should do, right? But here it's not. Here there is a component called quality score also that will matter. So now quality score will be a score from 1 to 10 that Google will give you on every keyword, right? So every keyword that you want to be present on, whether you want to be present on 20 keywords or 20,000 keywords, right? Every keyword Google will give you a quality score on, which will be from scale of 1 to 10. Now, this quality score will depend on three things. First is your click through rate, okay, which means how often your ads are being clicked, right? How often your ads are being clicked. We'll see the more formulas and definitions and all on Thursday. But right now, click through rate, let us understand it very simply, is that how often your ads are getting clicked. So if your ad is appearing 100 times, is it getting clicked 5% of the time, or 2% of the time, or 3% of the time? What is that click through rate you have, right? One, which will obviously depend on how well you have written that ad. What is the brand pull, how well you've written that ad, what is the communication you are giving out there, what is the offer you are giving out there. So those kind of things will make people click on your ad. The higher the rate of clicks, higher it will be this component of your quality score. One. Second, how relevant your advertising is to what the search is, right? So if I am going and saying buy furniture online, you are showing me an ad. Is that ad also talking about the same? And if yes, then it is relevant. If no, then it is not relevant to me. Even if it is talking about the same thing, even if the ad is talking about that same thing, when I click on that ad, you will be taking me to a certain page on your website, right? So that page, when I go to, is that page also relevant to me? Because you will decide, as an advertiser, you will decide that which will be that page, right? So um, so again, so that relevance goes from the search term to the ad copy, what is written on the ad, to what is the present on that page when clicked through, right? So when I click through, that page also talks about the same thing or not. If that relevance is broken, or if you're talking about lots of other things, and this is just a part of it, right, then it is not good quality here, right? On this component is low. Then the third one, no, this is checked by Google. Okay, this is checked by Google, Akshay. The third one is the landing page quality. Landing page quality, again, landing page is that page when I click on your ad, I go to that page, that is the landing page. So Google will check the landing page for certain things. Is the landing page relevant? Is it relevant? The same bit that we just discussed. Is the page relevant? Is it original? Is it coming from an advertiser who's actually the advertiser? Nobody else trying to fake. Is the, it's the same, is it transparent? Whatever you wrote on your ad, is it present there on that page also? Or is it like, you wrote 40% on the ad, and there you are giving it's actually not 40%, something like that. So is it transparent, right? So are you also, completely original and transparent about everything? Is the page, now some technical things about that page, is the page navigable? Whatever tabs you have, like, if I go to a page and it says benefits or features or pricing, so all these tabs, are they all, neatly done? Can I find the information that I'm looking for as a user? Then also, other than these things, is does the page load quickly? Does it have a quick loading time, or does it just say loading, loading, loading? Right, that's not a good experience. Then is that page mobile optimized? So that is also again very, very important now. So if I'm coming in from a mobile device, I should not have to, and if I want to fill up a form on that particular page, I should not have to pinch and zoom, and then somehow I fill it up, and then when I click on the submit button it doesn't work because that page is not mobile optimized, right? So that is not going to work for you. So all these things you have to take care of, right? So beyond this, it's not like, what you will work on is a lot else, but these are the key points that you have to kind sort of keep in mind, that these things will go and drive your quality score, right? These things will go and drive your quality score for every keyword. And then, yes, so whether the scale of 1 to 10 is given to each of the three factors separately. Yeah, so we do not know the weightages of each as such, Ruban. So we do not know the weightages of each as such, but these three components will together go and get you that quality score. Criteria for relevance is what is written. Criteria is, it's a subjective bit, right? What I see on what I am looking for, do I see it on that ad? If I see it on that ad, then do I also find it on the page, that page that when I click through it? Okay. Or is it that you're talking about five other things, or it is not at all connected, right? So that should not be broken anywhere. So together now, your max CPC, your quality score will decide your ad rank, and same thing will happen for every advertiser. Then the higher your ad rank, higher the position you will get. Let's check the time. Okay, we are already on 9:30, so we can continue from here, right? We can continue from here on Thursday. um, right? So where we are is the auction process. We have discussed this though. Maybe more final details. Any questions you have, we will discuss on Thursday. Then on Thursday we will go and create an account, right? We'll go and create an account. We will see what is the structure within that account, right? And a lot of things, actually, a lot of things to discuss. We will see some terms, and we will go and create that first campaign, right? We will also go and create that first campaign, the basic campaign we will create, which we will actually fill it out next week, but we will just go and create it once on Thursday, right? um so if my campaign is new or first time, then what should I do? Okay, just a moment, I'll just come back to your questions. I'll just share the feedback link once again, and if anybody wants to leave at this point, because we're not going to be discussing anything else, so if anybody wants to leave at this point, you can. And if there are any questions, please stay, so we are still discussing questions. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll just share the link as well. So if my campaign is new or first time, then what should I do to the best to get noticed? So of course, how you write your ad will matter, right? How you write your ad will get you the click through rate part of it. Relevance is something that you have to. Relevance is something that when we discuss, Nirman, on the structure bit that we discuss on Thursday, then you will see how you can create that relevance, right? And the third part of it, the landing page experience, is again something totally on you, right? To create for the user. So these are the components really. And even if you're creating it for the first time, let's say if it's a new brand, you do not have a brand pull, but it can be about how well you write that ad. And then of course the bidding that, the CPC bidding that you will have, that also you should be competitive on, right? You should, it's not that you will get the highest, position by being the highest there, by bidding the highest, but you should have a competitive bid. But nowadays there are many websites who have um, same quality. um, Quality is not about just the website. Quality is about your advertising, that relevance. Okay, that relevance can be different for everybody. Sakshi. Yeah, and there are three factors, and we will also see additional factors on Thursday. Okay, what additional factor can
Ma'am,
Thank you, Akshay. Thanks
ma'am,
a lot.
how do I know what is the minimum CPC going on?
Yeah, there will be suggestions within the account.
Ma'am, how do I?
There will be
Okay.
suggestions within the account, which we will see when we create it. When we get into the account, then you will see. Okay, there will be suggestions so that, for this
And
keyword.
ma'am, I don't have a blog or a website. So how do I go about it?
Hmm. Yeah, I'll just
I don't have a blog or a website. So how do I go about it?
this link that I had shared earlier. So please go and register here. This one. Okay, please register here. You can see all, you will get all the steps. You will have the login here, right? So you'll get all the steps, and then you can see how to go about everything. So how can you go and create? How can you register? How can you?
Ma'am, I can just see the Google. I can just see the Google page. No link right now.
I have shared a
Oh
link
yes,
on
I got it. Digital Vidya.
yeah, this one. Okay, do you see my screen?
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes, I can see a screen now.
Okay.
And ma'am, one more thing
Hmm.
which I wanted to know is like this Go-to Meeting application. This is have you downloaded it? Because over my Mac, it's not being downloaded. I mean, I just go once and then I come back and it's all gone.
Yeah, I have downloaded it. So
So is it
it is, yeah, it's there online also, and you
from
can
where?
go.
From the App Store? It's not there.
No, it's there. It's You can just go to
Okay, I'll have a
GoToMeeting
recheck
website.
because I couldn't find it.
No, no, you can go to GoToMeeting website and you can download it, or
Sorry,
you
go
can
to.
be online also, or you can even people do log in from their mobile also sometimes. So Sherry not required. App is there. Yeah, app is there definitely because I am on the app, but it is there online as well. I haven't tried the online one much though.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Ma'am, online one was creating a lot of disturbance. Finally,
good
I got
one.
back to my phone to connect
Yeah, so why don't
with
you
you.
just download it? You would be on the laptop, right? So you can download it, and so maybe you can check out both on Thursday. It's free. It's very simple to download, and it keeps updating itself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
No assignments for today. Salish, no assignments. Maybe you can go back and no assignments because it's just a unit that we are continuing. So we'll first complete it on Thursday, then only assign.
And
Yeah. Fine. Perfect.
ma'am, the pre-reading material is difficult to comprehend at times. So what to do about it?
It will become easier. Who am I speaking to? Sakshi.
Ma'am, Kshama. No,
Shama.
Kshama.
Shama. So don't worry. Maybe because you were not, you did not know what at all what we are talking about. But maybe now that you go back there, it might be easier for you. Or if you need any help anywhere in particular, you can let me know, right? Or anything specific if it's difficult
Ma'am,
to.
can we contact you over a mail or something? Because
Actually,
over the
we
class again and again
yeah.
disturbing over the same things will might cause.
Uh, See, what we can do is
Hello.
no, as a policy, we do not share email IDs or phone numbers, but you can definitely send your questions to your coordinator, right? And they'll send it across to me. We can discuss there,
Okay.
or at the beginning of every session, we will first take your questions and then we'll move on to the agenda for that day. So if you note down your questions,
Okay.
also, we'll discuss them in the beginning
Oh,
of next session, and then we'll go.
oh, I do that.
Sure, sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks. Natik, brief difference between GSN and GDN. What are you confused about? Please ask me that, Natik. These are different places only. Okay, Natik, where you can advertise. So it is essentially where you can advertise, and these are completely different places. So search is not part of GDN, or those different websites are not part of GSN. So these are completely different places, Naitik, just to make it very, very simple. So Google search is your GSM, and all these websites. You can take lots of sports websites, Bollywood websites, news websites, finance websites. Lots of websites are present, and you can go and place your ads there. So that is GTM. Okay, just the very basic difference. Thank you, thank you. Um, I've tried these steps. Which steps have you tried? We Yes, we will be creating that, Sherry. All the campaigns we will be creating everything. Lots of things. I mean, lots of campaigns we'll be creating. We'll start it Thursday onwards. Question and answer platform. Yes, question and answer platform is also there with you, Salish, right? But as of now, it's better that we, since we are interacting here, so we can talk at the beginning of every session. And question and answer platform is something that will stay with you, like so you can continue using that even after our module ends. Um, okay, thanks.